This is Remix Report with your hosts, DJ JD and DJ J Spring. For the date of
February 3rd, 2010.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to episode 10 of Remix Report. I'm DJ JD.
And I'm DJ J Spring.
And today we're going to highlight playlists utilizing reggae.
A lot of times when we discuss playlists in the future, we'll talk about certain genres and certain BPMs. But today we're really going to discuss just your whole dancehall reggae set in general in terms of what you'd play at a commercial bottle service kind of club.
Yeah, we're talking about Vegas kind of clubs where you're mixing it up, different genres, and especially for DJs that have residencies that are looking for new songs, new reggae songs, kind of spice up their set, switch it up a little bit.
And there's a fine line between the commercial reggae that you would play at a club where you just play hip-hop and the stuff you'd play at a Vegas-style club like JD said. So we're going to discuss some options that you guys have. Most of the stuff is generally between 90 and 100 BPMs. We're not really going to discuss like Temperature by Sean Paul.
Right, and a lot of the stuff that is classic and really holds its own is from either mid to late 90s and the very early 2000s, like up to 2003 pretty much.
You'd be surprised actually, like Murder, She Wrote actually came out I think 91 or 92.
Yeah, definitely some old classics, big classics, but of course Murder, She Wrote was repopularized by Save the Last Dance.
That's very true.
Came out in the late 90s, really blew it back up. But
so why don't we start with some of the older songs. Pardon our cat.
Yeah.
JD's cat is named Electro, by the way.
Yeah. Probably DJs out there, you'll like that. Yeah, so one that you wouldn't think a lot of crowds might know, but always gets a really good reaction, especially whenever I play it, is Tight Up Skirt by Red Rat.
That's actually from, I believe, 98 or 99. Red Rat's biggest hit is probably Dwayne, which is on the Fig Leaf rhythm. But Tight Up Skirt is definitely one that you guys should consider mixing your sets up with. It always gets a pretty good response.
Yeah, another one that is always a big hit with the girls is Rich Girl, Louchie Lou and Michie 1.
Yep, that's another very good one. And some people don't realize Limb by Limb by Cutty Ranks is actually on the same rhythm as that, so they mix together very well.
And just to pause real quick, reggae uses what's called rhythms, which is basically an instrumental that a producer makes and then gives it to all the reggae artists, and they all do a different version on that same track. So it's basically like a big, huge remix culture in reggae. So a rhythm is just a beat. So like the Fig Leaf rhythm is that beat, and then all these other artists do their own version of it, and then whichever one is the best, the cream rises to the top.
And speaking of rhythms, one remix that we always play that encompasses a few different rhythms is Sasha, Sexy Body. Your boy Excel did a dope remix of that includes Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah, Coca-Cola Shape DJ XL remix.
And that song, believe it or not, wasn't actually a huge hit when it first came out on the Bookshelf rhythm. I think Excel's remix actually helped it quite a bit.
It blew it up, definitely.
And it includes the Fig Leaf rhythm, which is Dwayne by Red Rat is on that same rhythm, and also it includes a sample of the Fiesta rhythm, which is the same rhythm that Dude by Beenie Man and Vitamin S by Baby Sham are both on that rhythm.
Speaking of remixes, we'll also mention Crooklyn Clan's classic Ladies remix, which fuses some hip-hop with some reggae, and is definitely a good transition piece.
That's the song, if you guys don't know, that has the Where's the Ladies At sample.
Yeah.
One more remix that we should talk about that might surprise you who made it is the remix of Tour by Capleton. That's the remix that has the old Slick Rick beats and has the Hold Up Wait a Minute sample. You guys are probably all familiar with it, even if you don't know it by name. You might be surprised to know that it was actually remixed by Lil Jon.
Yeah, amazing. Crazy. So he's been around for a long time too. Let's see. Another one big with the ladies as well. Shaggy, Love Me, Love Me. I didn't play it for a long time because I thought it was a little too cheesy. But honestly, I play it in the opening set a lot, and girls go crazy for it. Absolutely crazy.
And there's a few other, that's very commercial song. There's a few other very commercial reggae songs that you might want to consider bringing back. We were just discussing them when we were planning for this video. Stuff like It Wasn't Me, another Shaggy song.
Yeah, it's doing really well these days for me.
And we just listened to Lady Saw, I've Got Your Man, which neither of us have played in a while, but we're thinking we might want to give that one a try.
Yeah, I love that track. Definitely gets the girls with attitude out there. And another really commercial one, Hot Stepper, I Need Kamoze, always does pretty well.
Do you ever play Informer?
I do actually play. We're going to have to add that to the list. Informer by Snow. Yeah, amazingly, some people are like, what is this? But then there's always those couple that are like, oh my god, I can't believe the DJ just played Snow. Wow. You know?
So those are some good ones that you might want to consider bringing back every now and then. We didn't even really mention some of the basic ones. There's Romie by Beenie Man. There's Heads High by Mr. Vegas. Most people prefer to play the remix of that that has all the chops. We didn't mention some of the newer stuff like Serrani. That should be around for a little while more.
Yeah, No Games, definitely big.
And then even if you go back a few years, the Diwali rhythm was real big. That was Louchie D, Never Leave You. There's the remix of that with Busta Rhymes and Fabolous.
I will say, in the clubs that I play at, No Games by Serrani definitely gets a good response, but a lot of his other newer stuff that is popular in like hip hop clubs doesn't really get that good of a response in the bottle service clubs, as far as my experience.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, there's definitely a fine line between what you would play at a commercial hip hop spot and a Vegas style bottle service club. So you can look through our list that we've compiled. We kind of included the ones that we thought were borderline as far as playing at a commercial spot. So you can let us know what works for you. Also, if there's any that maybe you'd like to see us add to our list, definitely let us know.
Yeah, and we'll have Jay Spring leave you with a fun fact for the song Chi Chi Man, which is a really good like feeling song, but
the content of that, if you guys don't really understand the lyrics, you might think twice about playing that for certain crowds.
Yeah, it's definitely not we'll say it's not a gay-friendly track.
No, not at all.
So definitely if you're playing in a gay club, you probably wouldn't want to play that song.
Not at all.
Yeah, so that's our reggae list. Definitely feel free, like Spring said, to add your own thoughts, your own songs that you're playing that you would suggest, and we'll see you in the comments.
Girl, I love you.
Remixreport.com